It's a bit rainy as well. I think there is still a problem with the audio because I can't seem. I don't know why it doesn't want to recognize. I'm not sure. I don't think so. It's a bit rainy as well. Nope. So. Yeah, for some reason it doesn't work. Let me restart Discord real quick. Sorry for the problems, guys. Discord acting a bit weird. But so as 8-cylinder's already said, nope, it's still not detecting for some reason. Does it even detect game audio? It doesn't seem to detect any kind of sound whatsoever. Nope. No, because otherwise I wouldn't be hearing it. Let me, I'm gonna restart the stream real quick. So I'm starting the stream again, so it should be up.
Okay.
So everyone should be able to hear you now.
Hear my beautiful, beautiful voice.
Stupid OBS.
OBS be like, I am stupid. I am stupid.
Okay, but as you said, we will be driving around Spa.
Are we back now?
Yes, we are back.
Yeah, we are back. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Sorry for that big ass delay, but OBS seems to want to be Charles Leclerc at Baku today because it is stupid. Welcome to round, I think this is 10 of RRL. We are at the legendary Spa-Francorchamps as we get the stream going here. And we were talking earlier when you couldn't. Walter is testing out his microphone there, making sharp blowing noises, but I can hear myself on stream, so I'll continue talking while
you
Walter,
actually still heard me?
No, I heard you now. I heard you were blowing into your microphone there.
but it was not on
Okay.
stream.
No.
Okay, but
But
we'll.
welcome. We were talking earlier about rain in where we live in real life in India as well as in Belgium, but there's also a wet qualifying, and hopefully we expect a wet race as well. Because while we all are suckers for good racing and clean racing, we all love a bit of argy bargy, slam the fellow driver into the barrier type of action as well.
Exactly.
Um, yeah, and qualifying has been underway now for about 7 minutes. We do apologize for the delays in qualifying. This happened last week when I was trying to sort out all the pole laps and the audio and everything. But ooh, big off there for Altair. So we should probably talk about the not new drivers, but drivers who are making a return from the previous race, drivers who aren't regularly on RL. So we have no more PP. No more PP. Tanish, and we also have Altair. So both of these guys are not new to the. They are new to the league, but this is their second race. We also see a return for Vortex, who took up commentary duties last time. Then the audio didn't work, so then he ended up just telling me when the overtakes were happening, which was yeah, it was effective, I guess. Maranello Baby is currently not in the session at all.
You wanna
He has a
go?
power cut.
You wanna go over the pole lap or?
I can't see the pole lap, so I think you're just gonna have to play it in the background.
Okay.
Just gonna have to let people know. Why don't you commentate over the pole lap actually, since you
Yeah,
can see
let's
it?
have a quick look at the pole lap from Leclerc. I think this is the 2019 lap he did. So let's go over into the first corner, which is a very tight hairpin. Lots of braking force acquired to get the car stopped and turned around. Then we go down to Eau Rouge and Radion to go on to the Camel Straight, which is a long straight, a lot of speed. With the DRS is very powerful here. Then we go into the second sector, which is going down into Brussels, which is an off-camber corner, very tricky to get this right. And we go into the next corner, going to Pouan, which is also a very long, high-speed corner, difficult to get it right as well. This circuit is actually known for its very high-speed, difficult corners. As we come into the last and final sector, trying to hook up every single corner very nicely, and then it's just a long, twisty straight, I would say, as these cars can just go flat out until the bus stop chicane, which is the final chicane of the lap. As you see Leclerc hooking it up very nicely, getting a little bit on the curb on the exit. And that's one lap around Spa. This was a 142.5, so we'll be very interested to see what the guys can do in the game. Let's switch over to them. At the moment.
Thank you very much for that, Walter. I just do have to emphasize that Walter is Belgian, meaning that his knowledge of Spa is second to none.
Exactly.
Emphasized by the fact that he called every corner. Just kidding. But it's a very iconic track, of course, very recognizable. Non-Formula One fans identify Spa immediately, probably due to the very iconic Radion to Eau Rouge combination of corners, which is 3, 4, and 5. Very iconic corners in motorsport, not only in Formula One, but also in GT motorsport. And I don't think they have bike racing there, but it's definitely popular in standard motorsports. But we are on board here with the real XD, who's currently at the top of the charts in what seems to be a fairly wet session. Everyone is on the intermediate tires, but it seems to be drying out a bit now towards the latter end of the session. So we should be seeing drivers coming onto slicks. Well, it'll be interesting to see what kind of strategies the drivers go for, because Spa is composed of very high-speed corners, not many low-speed complexes apart from the bus stop and maybe turn one. Apart from that, pretty much all the corners, including Brussels or Bruxelles, I don't know how you say it,
Bruxelles,
but
yeah.
Bruxelles, okay, of course. I have the Belgian expert here. I can get it inflected every time, I don't know. That corner is also fairly low speed, but it's nowhere near as low speed as the Monaco hairpin, for example, which is the slowest corner on the F1 calendar. But a lot of high-speed corners, which means the outside tires are going to be put under a lot of stress. But unlike Austria, it's not predominantly left turn or right turn. It's a combination of both left-handers and right-hand fast corners. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of tire strategies these guys go with. But right now, the real SD is topping the timing charts. But if there's anything that I've seen in RL so far, it's that it's like Formula E. You can qualify in 12th place and end up winning the race, because that's just how it works. Everybody is very chaotic, usually gets very chaotic, and everybody has an equal car. So there's usually an equal chance of everyone picking up the pole position, and there's also an equal chance of everybody picking up the win, even though they qualified last. So it's interesting to see how this is going to pan out. We only have 14 drivers here today. Last week we had closer to 18, which was always a welcome addition to see more drivers, but sometimes our drivers cannot make it, which is why we only have 14 drivers, and obviously we will make do with whoever we can. I mean, at the German GP, we had 12, and that's how the Williams got into the points. Big weekend for them. But this time around as well, a lot of drivers currently in real life suffering from electricity cuts and whatnot due to the rain. So there's going to be a couple of drivers dropping in and out of the race right now. Anirudh is currently sitting in second place, but he is not currently. Oh well, now he seems to have his power back, so he says he doesn't have his hopes up about the power staying, which is an optimistic, very optimistic stance. Danish is currently sitting in third place, the new boy to RRL with a 2-minute dead, 0.229. IRC No More PP in the second Haas, who seems to be changing his car every weekend. In Germany, he was in a McLaren. Last week, I think he was also in a McLaren, and this week he's in a Haas. Also Electric, who started off in RL as a reserve driver for Ferrari, is now driving for Force Indy. He's currently sitting in sixth place. Faizan, our mercurial Mercedes driver, is currently sitting in seventh place, as the stupid squirrels are back to make more noise. False are you in the Williams, sitting in ninth place. He'll look to hold on to that position going into the race, because that's a strong position. G Chroma currently sitting in 10th without setting a lap. I think everyone after P9 has not set a lap so far. So G Chroma, Maranello, Captain Cheesecake, Dylan, and Vortex have all not set flying lap yet, which is interesting because we have only 3 minutes left in qualifying. I think a lot more drivers have just gone with the Maranello strategy of not qualifying and then going for a big comeback drive and just copying Maranello's strategy and doing whatever he does. But there's a problem with that, which is not everyone has the pace that Maranello does. So it'll be interesting to see. A lot of drivers getting out of the way of the faster drivers here. Very nice to see that. As we have a new pole sitter, a provisional pole, briefly changed to Altair in the Toro Rosso, and now it has changed to Freeman in the McLaren. So interesting, interesting.
Already,
both of these drivers are all...
Yeah, a lot of people already sitting laps on the softs. At the moment we're looking at a lap from Electrip, who had a bit of an encounter with some drivers who were not on their fast lap. One of them being Dylan, maybe forcing Electrip a little bit wider than he would like to.
Fair enough. right now, all the drivers are putting on the soft tires, but the problem with that is when you when you have to change tires this late in the session, it does mean that the fastest lap that you set, as Altair sets another fastest lap of 1 minute 45.710, the times are dropping here. Faizan moves up to second place. Electric moves up to second place as he crosses the line with 1 minute 45.987, just 2/10 off Altair there. Anirudh also moves down to fourth position, but keep in mind that he is currently on the medium tires, not the soft tires, the yellow-walled medium tires. Freeman also currently sitting in fifth position. Both McLarens, one behind the other here. Tanish and Momo PP, both in the Haas cars, are currently sitting in seventh and eighth position. Falsario in ninth position. G Chroma, without having set a lap, is in the top 10. Marinello Baby is still in the pits. Falsario has retired from the session. I think he's just crossed the line there and chosen not to go on another flying lap. He finishes the session in ninth place. And Captain Cheesecake starts his flying lap now, coming across the line in the red and white Alfa Romeo. Let's go on a flying lap of Spa-Francorchamps in cloudy weather, heading up through the iconic Raidillon Eau Rouge section, heading on to the extremely long Kemmel Straight with a low drag setup. Drivers are touching close to 340 kilometers per hour by the time they reach their braking zone. About just after the 50-meter board, braking.
Seems like he invalidated this lap. Maybe we should switch.
He may have invalidated it as lap.
Let's go on board with Vortex, who's also on his fast lap, yeah.
Vortex also roughly in the same point, so we will continue on board Vortex because Captain Cheesecake invalidated his lap time. Coming through the fast chicane here, heading down into Bruxelles. Oh god, I murder that pronunciation every time. I'm just going to call it Brussels. Heading down into Brussels, leading up to a fast left-handed. Brussels is actually an interesting corner because it's decreasing radius. So as you turn in, you find that you have to brake little by little. And now we're heading into the fast left-hander of Pujon. Pretty much flat out in the modern F1 cars here. Heading into middle half of sector 2 here. Critical sector to get right because the rest of the track is pretty much flat out. So this sector, if you get it right, does mean that you get a pretty good lap time. Vortex hooks it up pretty well through there, doing well to keep it within the limits. Yes, he is not going too extreme on the apexes. Probably well within his limits there and capabilities. Oh, and I was just disconnected from the session. Oh god.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me rejoin. Great. Host migration something or other. But
so
right about now, Vortex must be going through Blanchimont up to the bus stop chicane. Crucial braking point, crucial overtaking point as well. So it'll be interesting to see how
P2.
that pans out.
He finished P2. He had the purple first and second sector. So he must have lost quite a lot of time in the last sector. Everyone is finishing their laps. I think Dylan is one of the last ones to actually put in his lap.
I know Marinello and G Chroma haven't set times, have they?
And it seems like Captain Cheesecake also didn't. Probably
because he invalidated the one lap which he tried, yeah.
Dylan in 10th position. Knocking out his teammate out of the top 10.
Dylan qualifies in 10th position. I'm back in the session now. Let's go ahead and go into, let's get all these
entries
up now.
Never mind.
Session finishes there. Danish in the Haas finishes in second position after dropping down to dropping down to 7th. After the drivers started getting on their fast lap, probably because Punish was, what is going on? I've been disconnected again. Oh, wow. Okay. This is annoying.
Seems like Captain Cheesecake even got a 5-grid penalty. Not exactly sure what for. But
he just posted something on the Discord here, which is Faizan was parked in the middle of the road after Radion. I come up the hill and he's right there. I take evasive action, but give him a minor tap. There was no damage for me. Game decides to give me a 5-second penalty, 5-place penalty. For fuck's sake, this game is so broken.
I mean,
Not
honestly,
looking
I'm not
good
sure if
there.
it wouldn't make any difference because he qualified in last because he couldn't put in a proper lap.
So actually, the 5-place grid penalty makes no difference.
No, it doesn't make any difference at all. Okay. The cars are all happy to be starting on the grid, as you can see on the left side of the screen. They're just jumping up and down to get this race started.
Moving up and down, side to side, like a roller coaster.
It's actually a McLaren as well. I don't know if you can see it on the stream.
Fantastic. Okay, technically, that's a Lando meme, isn't it?
Okay. Seems like everyone is getting ready for the formation.
Formation lap is underway. Let's give you a quick rundown of the grid order as it stands. The McLaren of the Real SD picks up the pole position, starting on the front row alongside the Haas of Tanish AGG, both from IRC. Anirudh, RRL local, bringing up the second row alongside Vortex. Both of them were championship contenders at the beginning of this league, but unfortunately, Maranello Baby blowing them all out of the water here. Very large gap in the formation lap between P1 and P2, just choosing to leave each other a lot of space. But Altair and Electric, fairly new drivers to RRL, both bringing up the third row of the grid. Faizan and No More PP bringing up the fourth row. Freeman, and a brilliant qualifying there for Dylan, who qualifies on the fifth row in 10th place. His teammate Falsariu and G Chroma in the Alfa Romeo Sauber right behind him on the sixth row. And there's no P13. It just jumps directly to P14 on my screen, but I believe there's a driver between. Yep, so there should be another driver there, but Captain Cheesecake currently bringing up the rear of the grid, and I do believe the other driver might be Maranello. Yep, Maranello, who was online a second ago, is now offline again. Now he's come back online. Very, very funky stuff going. Oh, Captain Cheesecake getting all kinds of sideways on the formation lap. He just drifted it through Buhon, just casually drifting it through Buhon. But now Maranello Baby has rejoined, but will he be able to rejoin the race, more importantly?
I hope so. It still loads in after the formation lap, right? So he should be fine.
Yes, there is a loading screen after, not loading screen, there's a brief loading period. Ooh, all the drivers bunching up here on the back straight.
Behind five
straight. Yeah, don't really know what's going on there. A lot of drivers from about P6, P7 back, just all bunching up really close to each other, almost safety car-like here on the formation lap.
I'm not sure what Faizan is doing, actually.
Faizan just weaving like a madman. There's some smoke coming out the back of Captain Cheesecake's car. I don't know if that's just a graphical anomaly, but smoke coming out of the back of his car. Thank goodness we don't have engine retirements in online mode. Imagine that. Oh no, my engine! It's broken! It's broken! Oh god, more Lando memes. Unfortunately, he gets embroiled in a lot of memes, so I can't.
Yeah. It was at Spa as well.
It
seems like Maranello is not even in the session.
Yeah, it's refreshed now. There's only 13 drivers on the grid, 5 lights. And away we go. Real SD gets a strong start, but already on the attack here from Tanish alongside both drivers. Tanish gets the lead going onto the front pitch straight. Brilliant move there by Dennis along the outside of the first corner. Let's see if there are any other position changes. Captain Cheesecake still dropping down to last place. Vortex and Anirudh briefly exchanging positions as Vortex drops all the way back. Vortex has spun out into the wall at the exit of
Radion.
Eau Rouge. That's Radion actually. Completely loses his front wing all the way down to the back of the pack. Oh, that is unfortunate there for Vortex. But let's see how that affects the rest of the drivers. Real SD has retaken the lead from Tanish, probably overtook him on the Camel Straight, heading down to Pouhon here. Anirudh bringing up third place, Electric right behind him, contesting for third position as well. Keep an eye out for major position changes. Faizan overtakes Altair up the inside, going into Pouhon. Nice move there from Faizan. I'll let you know about any other overtakes that takes place. Ooh, might want to go on board with Dylan and G Chroma right about now. Both of them are fighting for position. Dylan getting all sorts of weavy out of the exit at the end of sector 2, now heading into sector 3. Ooh, wow, it seemed like there was contact there between Freeman and G Chroma. I think there was this lag on my end. My Wi-Fi has been absolutely dreadful so far.
Faizan also just spun off.
Faizan also, Faizan just, both Mercedes now dropping to the back of the grid actually as Captain Cheesecake comes by, zooms past the Mercedes. Imagine that in real life, huh? Both Mercedes drivers spinning out on the first lap and dropping into last place. Don't think Faizan has taken any damage though, so he will be okay to continue, but Vortex will have to pit now. Captain Cheesecake also pitting. This is very unlucky for him. Unfortunately, he has been one of those drivers that, has been involved in a lot of incidents earlier on in races in the past. He is having to pit now. New front wing. Oh, yeah, he seems to have lost his end plate here. Going on to a set of hard tires now, so he's in it for the long first stint. We should see at least 20 laps out of these tires if managed properly. He comes out in 12th position. Vortex behind him. Safety car as well. Someone has crashed. Who has crashed?
I'm not sure actually, because everyone is still in the race. Why did the safety car come out?
Why has the safety come exactly in it to win it in before Brazil? RRL Brazil happens again. If you guys weren't there for that race, the safety car decided, you know what, I'm going to go for lunch. And just decided to park it right before the penultimate corner. And everyone overtook him. Van Melander losing his mind there. But the safety car is out, currently standing on the pit straight, waiting for the other drivers to catch up here. Not entirely sure why this has happened, but this will be an absolute godsend for Vortex, Faizan, and Captain Cheesecake. You can catch up to the grid pretty much, just having lost places, but not having lost time to the drivers ahead. But this will also be interesting for us as spectators because we get to see pretty much another race start. We get to see a lot of tussling for position immediately after the race begins.
And another few people deciding to go into the pits, namely Electric, Altair, and no more PP. Already switching fairly early.
In the very, very pink and very nice looking Force India. Lovely tyre glitch there during the pit stop. Removes tyres, but tyres are still on the car. Chooses to pit to the medium yellow walled tyres. So could be maybe 10 to 15 laps of pace on those tyres before they start to degrade.
And all these guys still come out in front of Captain Cheesecake and War Vortex.
Right now, as it stands, not much position changes overall, but Vortex and Dylan seems to be the biggest losers from this initial pit window. Well, it's a pit window because of the safety car that has just come out, but they seem to be the biggest losers from this initial stage in the race, 3 out of 22 laps done so far, and we have both Mercedes just hovering around the 10th position. So it's interesting to see how Vortex will mount a comeback drive here. Also, over to False RU has just both Williams have dropped to the back of the grid now, and Dylan finds himself in unlucky 13th position.
Yeah, they both pit. As False are you let Dylan go past?
His teammate by, yeah. I saw that now.
False
I'm
are
doing
you
a
have
very
damage?
good job of catching up to the rest of the pack because...
oh, False are you just has no front wing whatsoever.
Has he crashed under safety? I think he might be the one who may have crashed. Not entirely sure.
I think he actually touched the wall when he exited the pit exit, maybe.
Wow. Imagine that, coming out of pit exit. This game, I have been disconnected again. I've actually been
lagging massively, yeah.
Ah, this server is so unstable today. That's something. Okay, let's see. I'm going to rejoin back.
This is very unfortunate from False RU. I think Vortex is in again as well. He's going on to the softs. He just pitted for the mediums and he's back on the softs.
I think the game put him on the mediums when he actually wanted to go on the softs. That's entirely possible.
But at least stick with the mediums. I mean, now he's...
Nah, but if he has a strategy in mind where it's ultra aggressive right after the safety car goes green, then the medium tires won't benefit him when... Ooh, as one of the Haas drivers just puts all 4 wheels on the grass, just casually taking a stroll in the grass there. It's Stanish, I think. Yep, it is Stanish.
Maybe trying to avoid some contact.
Vortex has now dropped again to 12th place on a set of soft tires, choosing to pit twice in 2 consecutive laps. He has now caught up to the back of the field again, and all the drivers, except for False RU, who has just come out of the pits with a new front wing, have joined up to the safety car. I think this will be the lap at which we go green, so do keep all eyes fixated on your screens as RRL race at Spa goes green very, very shortly. But probably the biggest loser from the safety car period was Vortex. He is not really the one who started it, but it didn't help him that he pitted twice, and now he's on the soft tires, the tires that he wanted to go on. Dylan ahead of him, also not also, but he's on medium tires. Captain Cheesecake ahead of him on the hard tires, Faizan on the medium tires, Freeman on the medium tires, Altair on the medium tires. Pretty much everyone except the top 2 drivers are on the medium tires. So if Vortex wants to put that pace advantage to good use, he's going to have to do it immediately after safety car restart, because he won't have much time until those front runners start pulling away. Safety car is in this lap. Race control have just confirmed.
Just in time for False RU to catch up to the field as well.
Just in time for False RU to bring up number 13, unlucky number 13th place. But all eyes will be on the real SD to get us started here. No more pro player picking up a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Electra. No idea. Has no more pro player lost his front wing? Maybe he might have, but let's go on board with the real SD coming into the bus stop chicane now. When will he get going? He has passed the timing line, and he is gone. He's out of there. Massive lead already pulled over Thanish, who kind of got caught out cold there on the restart. Also runs a bit wide on the exit of turn 1, but brilliant restart there. Altair making up a position on no more PP as well. Quickly making use of the fact that he has more pace at the beginning of the safety car restart. Let's see how Vortex is doing, not able to really capitalize on the safety car restart. Right on the back of Dylan. Oh, going for the double overtake hit, goes on the grass and loses its front wing again. Oh no! Vortex, what is happening? What is happening there, mate? Oh wow, okay. So Vortex has lost his front wing yet again. Now in last position, he must be absolutely fuming right about now. Absolutely blowing smoke from the nostrils at how Dylan defended his position there. I don't know what happened. Lag intervened a lot, but I just saw a lot of glitching about, and then Vortex veering off into the wall on the right on the Camel Straight.
Tanish is off as well.
Another Tanish off as well. I don't know what happened to Tanish there. He is completely spun around, dropped from a podium position to 13th place.
Oh, and there goes Altair. Oh, and he gets collected.
Also,
Freeman into
Altair goes off and he gets collected. He collects 2 drivers, 3 drivers. Who of Williams coming in at full speed there? Oh my word. This race is turning out to be hectic. Oh, really nearly crashes into Tanish, rejoining on the track. Sorry for getting very excited here, but this is exciting. Oh my word. Tanish, who was in a podium position just a lap ago, now joins Altair at the back of the grid.
And that's a virtual safety car.
What is going on? I have been disconnected again.
There's a virtual safety car at the moment. As Five's on, he goes into the pits for a new front wing as he ran into the back of Altair. A lot of people again into the pits, and the biggest winners out of this are Dylan and Falsariu, who are now in 7th and 8th position. Falsariu into the 7th, overtakes Dylan, and is hunting down Captain Cheesecake as Cheesecake crashes into Radion.
What is this race?
Falsariu into 6th position, hunting down no more PP. Here we go.
Wasn't Altair at the back of the grid just half a lap ago?
I'm
what
not
is
sure.
happening?
The pit
What
stops,
is this race?
Yeah, the pit stops might have shaken things up a bit.
Okay, I've joined back here. DRS has been re-enabled. Within 6 laps, we have witnessed the most destruction and carnage out of all the RRL races combined. Maybe Brazil, but still, very, very hectic opening period here. The first 6 to 7 laps have proved very, very interesting for us as commentators. Maybe rage-inducing as drivers. Pretty much the only drivers which has come out of this untouched are the top 6 drivers, top 5 drivers. Real SD, Anirudh, G Chroma, Electric, and No More PP have come out of this pretty much unscathed. Everyone there and back down have been the butt of something unlucky happening to them. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, both Williams drivers in the top 10, they're both going on for points. Oh, as a Williams fan, that makes me so happy. Come on, Williams, come on, Falsariu. Unfortunately, Falsariu and Dylan have the habit of getting into a race amongst themselves. They also don't have great ooh, as Falsariu gets very sideways out of the bus stop chicane there. They don't carry much pace, but it's absolutely brilliant seeing them in formation here, just following each other in close proximity. Gonna take some screenshots for my own
collection
happiness. Yeah.
As Altair goes into the pits again, as I'm not sure
Altair
why.
goes into the. What is going on right now, man? Vortex comes across the pit lane, overtakes Altair to inherit 12th position. Altair currently serving a penalty of some sort.
We're only
he is serving
in lap 7 out of 22.
Yeah, imagine if this was a 100% race. Oh, imagine the destruction. The problem with Spa is it's a great track, but people don't really know the right way around it. People think they're great at it. I speak from personal experience. I thought I was amazing at Spa, and in my career race, I spun out about 1 billion times going into Eau Rouge, just because you think you know it, because it's so iconic, like Monaco. But when you actually drive it, it's actually more difficult than you think it is. Interesting thoughts. Interesting thoughts. Hot take, maybe? Probably not regarding Monaco, but it's an easy enough track if you practice. I think all F1 tracks are like that. But Vietnam is proving to be difficult on F1 2020 for a lot of the YouTubers who are getting used to a new track after many, many years. The last time they probably had to do that was Baku or Russia. But this is the first time in a long time the drivers have a completely new track. But enough talk about F1 2020. The gap that we should be paying attention to right now is between Electrip and G Chroma. Just over a second there, but he does get DRS. Maybe an overtake could be happening here on the Camel Straight. No, he's just too far back.
Honestly,
there. No
I actually
overtake
hope
possible.
G Chroma finally finishes in a podium position. He has come fairly close a couple of times, but just ended up crashing or getting overtaken right at the end, or having to pit another time. But he's one of the cleanest drivers, I would say, when it comes to penalties at least. He had some problems, some connection problems in Hockenheim as well, in Germany.
He's very I think it was Hockenheim. He was probably the one driver with no penalties, which is testament to his ability, really.
He really deserves a podium position, in my opinion. Let's see if he can bring it home this time. But I
think Electrip and G Chroma briefly got embroiled in a battle, but just Electrip choosing to back off. I think Electrip's best overtaking opportunity will come into the Camel Straight on the next lap. I think that will be the best opportunity for him at this point.
Not so much is Electrip, my bad. Electrip is actually harvesting a lot of ERS. I think he's around
choosing
60.
to save it up for the Camel Straight, that long first sector, very fast first sector probably. Let's go on board with Electrip.
Oh, let's go to Captain Cheesecake real quick as he overtakes Dylan in the bus stop, but makes a little mistake getting too much on the curb, and he
Dylan
almost
gets
loses
the position back.
Yeah, he almost loses the car on the curb.
There's too big a gap between Electrip and G Chroma on this lap. He's going to have to try again on the next lap. He has to harvest his ERS again. Don't know where he lost time, probably in Sector 3, or G Chroma's just stupidly consistent with his laps. So, you start to think that, does he ever make mistakes? I used to think that about Maranello, but honestly, he's in a league of his own at this point. But G Chroma doing well to keep third position, even though he's on the attack from Electrip here.
Captain Cheesecake is going for the
Captain
move.
Cheesecake trying again at the end of the Camel Straight, gets it done spectacularly. Can he hold on to the position this time? Dylan's not one to shy away from the cheeky send it up the inside dive bomb. He doesn't use the racing line, so his braking points are questionable.
What a dive!
No, that was a brilliant overtake there from Captain Cheesecake. Brilliant overtake. Dylan gets that corner completely wrong, losing massive time to Captain Cheesecake ahead. Ooh, all sorts of overtakes going on ahead of them. As faults are... Oh no, that's just lag, I think. Yeah, faults are...
It's you disconnected again. So you'll be going anytime soon. Let's go on board with Electrip real quick. As he
Walter will take over commentary while I
rejoin. Did you get disconnected again, or?
No, I'm rejoining now.
Yeah, okay. As Electrip is trying to look for a good exit out of turn 1, but he goes actually in deep, and he has to get a bit wider as he otherwise would collect G Chroma. Now running fairly wide out of Radion, but he has the speed. Is he overtaking G Chroma? I think he is.
He is, yep. He's got the overtaking done there.
Yeah, he got that done comfortably.
Oh, G Chroma's right behind him though. He wants that position back badly. I think G Chroma is probably the one most deserving of the podium or a win right now. I think everyone else has gotten on the podium. Everyone who's deserving of a win, I should say, has gotten on the podium or won a race. Most notably Chris By, Ninja Zero, probably the two biggest improvements in RRL. Initially, I remember just how erratic Chris By was in his driving style, always getting caught up in all kinds of drama with other drivers. But now he's become superbly consistent. Not there this time around. at Belgium. Probably not one of the stronger tracks, but hopefully we see him in Singapore for currently, as of now, the season finale. But we don't know. Obviously, they keep extending the races, so it's always interesting to see more tracks. I'm up for that. Russian GP, anyone? That'll be my favorite.
I think I've seen my most favorite tracks already. Silverstone, Belgium.
Oh yeah,
maybe
Belgium's
I'd like
one
to
of the
see a
favorite tracks. I'll be
Spanish.
very surprised.
Maybe the Spanish GP would be nice to see.
Not a lot of people are a fan of Barcelona Catalonia though, especially after they added the chicane in the last sector.
As Captain Cheesecake is actually getting fairly close to false RU as well. Oh, almost losing it on the exit of the bus stop. Nice catch to save it though. Let's see if he
Can I just say right now, false RU is in 5th position. I wonder the kind of adrenaline that must be going through his veins right now, knowing that he's in 5th position. He might lose his position to Captain Cheesecake though, so do keep an eye on that, Walter. He is heading onto the Camel Straight, very, very close to false RU. Gets a much better exit out of Eau Rouge, DRS Open. Yep, that's an easy overtake to him. But both Williams drivers now the top 10 with some time to the drivers behind them. Punish currently 4.3 seconds off, and then Freeman another 4.3 away from them. And no more PP nearly 10 seconds behind them. So they've got a good distance to go until they drop out of the top 10. So right now, 2 Williams drivers in the top 10 are brilliant.
Let's go real quick to Vortex, who's on the Camel Straight, pretty close to no more PP. As we can see, the sky actually starting to get a bit darker. You said there was some rain during the race, right?
Oh, that was just me saying commentary. I don't know. I would love to see rain, though.
The sky looks like it might rain, actually. That would shake up this race even more.
Oh yeah, these guys have been struggling in dry conditions, and imagine the wet. Oh yeah. I've been disconnected.
Radion in wet.
Honestly, about to turn off my computer and go watch TV or something because it's disconnected me for the 10th time now.
Okay. Otherwise, you just tune into the stream and commentate that way, or maybe I can share my screen on Discord. Wait.
No. Let me just log out of Steam and log back in and disconnect Wi-Fi and do some stuff here. Let me turn on.
I put myself online as well in Discord if it fucks up again.
Alright. Next I get booted offline from Discord. Ha! Imagine that.
That would be pretty sad.
It would be pretty sad.
Dylan has been overtaken by Tanish.
Wow, Tanish made up a 4.3 second gap very quickly there. He was nearly 4 seconds behind. Amazing. Good work there from him.
Dylan might have made a little mistake. Actually. As Tanish is now 2.3 seconds away from false RU as it keeps getting darker and darker.
Spa is one of those races where, since the track is laid across such a large land area, you could have rain in one part of the circuit and then there's no rain in the other part of the circuit, which would be very interesting.
As we will go on board once again with G Chroma. He's trying to hunt down Electrip for that podium position. At the moment, Anirudh is in first place. It's because the real SD has pitted already. Now, note that if it starts to rain right now, he will have to pit again, and his advantage with the fresher tires will completely be gone. As Tanish overtakes false RU as well. Chikroma couldn't go for a move here as he was too far back. Maybe saving up a bit of ERS as he is fairly low. At the moment, not many other battles going on. Tanish actually closing up to Captain Cheesecake fairly quickly as well. Let's go on board with him real
I have
quick.
to watch the stream on my phone because I can't. I put it on the PC. I don't have my microphone.
Okay.
Watch it on my phone.
So you're gonna watch
On
the
lap,
Discord
on
one?
lap, yeah. No, I'm watching Discord right now. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So we're on lap 13 out of 22. Anirudh's in the lead. Fantastic. Oh, he hasn't pitted yet.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
that might be the way.
if it starts to rain, the advantage
Yeah,
still
he's
stays.
hoping. He is hoping for rain. He is. Yeah, you can tell he's expecting the rain.
Chikroma as well on 12 lap old mediums, trying to stretch them a little further as Anirudh actually dives into the pits now. Now, if it starts raining, this track usually gets fairly wet in a short period of time. So,
Oh, is that raindrops that I'm seeing? No, that's just crap on. That's just crap on my glasses.
Okay. As we will go on board with Dylan, who's under attack from Freeman. Freeman trying to go around the outside on turn 1. Will he get
nearly missed the overtake done there. Does he get it done? Yes, I think he does. Yep, he's got it done. Brilliant. Nice one. Dylan drops to 9th position. Faults are you in 7th position. That should be another easy overtake for Freeman. Ooh, but I think Dylan will get DRS here going in onto the Camel straight. Yes, he will.
I don't think he's close enough.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was pretty close going into Eau Rouge. I don't know where he lost so much time. Probably on the exit of Eau Rouge. But
yeah, maybe a lift a lot more, a lot less committed. Through Radion. Someone's asking if Maranello has already won the championship. And I think he has. I don't think anyone is close enough to still beat him.
He has nothing to worry about in terms of the championship. He's so far ahead. And yes, Maranello, yes, he may have won the championship. He has won the championship, actually, yes, he has. He's dominated pretty much every race except Brazil and... I'm trying to remember where Chris Bile, I think it was Silverstone? No, not Silverstone.
I think the only races he didn't come first
Germany.
were the ones he didn't participate in Brazil.
No, Maranello did win at Germany, I think. I think he didn't participate in Germany, I don't think, anyway. So, yeah, you might be right on that.
As Dylan is under attack from No More PP and Dylan gets spun.
Ooh, Dylan gets spun around by No More PP there, heading into the bus stop, heading out of the bus stop rather, I should say. Dylan drops down to 10th place.
Between the Mercedes.
Two Mercedes drivers, yeah. Clearly no team orders there. Toto's just told them, go for it, and no Vortex, it's James coming over the radio. But this should be interesting. We'll
wonder what
position.
G-Chroma and Electrip are gonna do, because they're both on fairly old mediums. I don't think they can go to the end from here. As it starts to rain, it started raining.
Rain. Yes. Oh, Anirudh, you should have held out for one more lap. Oh, come on, man. You pitted too early. No,
you would have had to carry on for like 2 more laps. But well, I mean, G-Chroma is doing that anyway.
Well, Vortex get the overtake done here.
I think he does.
Yes, he will. Fantastic.
Nope.
Nice
They're
one.
still side by side.
Ooh,
Side by side.
They're still side by side. Ooh, yeah, now he gets the overtake done. There we go. Will Faizan send it up the inside? Chooses against it because it is his teammate. Yellow flag in sector 3. Oh, it's
Williams.
Williams.
Oh no, and
It's
no more PP crashed into him, and he actually destroyed his car.
retired. Oh god, ooh, dangerous re-entry there from the Williams. Ah, he just collected the Haas, and now the Haas is out of the race. Unlucky there for no more pro player. Secret
As the
Williams
safety
strategy
car
is
is
to
out.
get top 10.
It
Safety
actually
car's
drags out the
again.
safety car.
Again, for a second time. This should be interesting.
Will we
What
get
is
a
the tire
wet
strategy?
start? We get a
That'll be
wet
interesting.
start.
Race start, the safety car is in, Grace goes green, everybody spins out at the first corner.
What does everyone do? I hope people don't put on dry tires again.
Not now. Now's not. I think it's still too early for. Is it still early for intermediates, or are people going to intermediates? No, people are going to intermediates.
I mean, the safety car is gonna stay out for like 2 or 3 laps. So I also hope the safety car lets the back markers go through this time, because we've had some difficulties with people not being allowed past the safety car, even though they were allowed to unlap themselves. Doesn't seem like this is the case now. People are unlapping themselves. Let's see what the top guys do, as the Real SD is one of the first ones to come close to the end of the lap, as he had to brake probably to avoid a penalty for going faster than the given interval. Let's see what tires the Real SD goes on. As he goes onto intermediates as well. Doesn't seem like, as Anirudh actually carries on. I think Anirudh actually might have made a mistake here. He's on softs. It's raining fairly lightly at the moment, but he might have made a mistake.
He might have, yeah.
Pretty much everyone is on the intermediates at the moment. As Dylan is still in 9th position, still in contention of some points. Falsarius in 11th place, but Vortex is still on the mediums, so he might be promoted to 10th as well. So it will be fairly interesting to see what's going to happen. What?
My doubts are regarding what Anirudh is going to be doing now, because he's in the lead, but he's on the soft tires.
Yeah, I think he might have played himself here.
You played yourself. Wait, no. Congratulations, you played yourself.
As Falsariu now goes into 10th position, as Vortex had to pit again. I think it is his 4th pit stop.
Going for Schumacher's record of 5 pit stops in a single race.
Yeah, 5th pit stop. 4 for Faizan, only 1 for Anirudh, 1 for G Chroma as well. G Chroma actually timed this perfectly.
This has worked out well for G Chroma, it's worked out well for Electrip, it's worked out decently well for the Real SD. It has worked out terribly for the man currently sitting in P1. Anirudh is currently on the soft tires at the end of the safety car interval. Hopefully we don't see a prompt at the bottom left now that says safety car in this lap, because that'll effectively mean the race is over. If he pits now, he will be back with the grid. But probably his race engineer has come on the radio and told him this rain is going to be clearing up in a couple of minutes, in which case it's understandable, because he'll have the soft tires going into the latter half of this rain. But maybe he just feels right now that it's not wet enough to warrant using...
He left the session.
Ah,
did he disconnect?
I was.
Or... Oh, everyone's disconnecting.
Oh
dear. No.
What's happening here?
Oh no! No way, everyone's disconnecting.
Hey, beautiful. Can I just say, boys, that everyone's leaving right now?
No, wait. It's only Dylan, Anirudh, and Electrip. Now Vortex.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
Vortex now as
I
well.
think the lobby is wrecked.
This lobby is screwed.
Oh
GG,
man.
Cody's GG. GG, Codemasters.
Oh man. That's very unfortunate.
We were only 5 laps from the end of the race as well.
Yeah.
Although, if they keep the final classification now, Anirudh wins.
I don't see a restart happening, as it was so close to the end.
This race might end under safety. We might just choose to end this race under safety car.
As Anirudh
Anirudh's come back
restarts his
online
game.
now.
Let's see if he can rejoin, because if he can rejoin, everything is still on.
It might actually be a power cut in real life, though. Just a coordinated power cut all across parts of India. It's entirely possible.
But Electrip is gone as well. Is he Indian?
No, I think he's from Singapore. Right? Maybe they've cut the power in Singapore. Who knows? Who knows? All of Singapore doesn't have power. It's entirely possible. Captain Cheesecake. Oh, he's actually made a good recovery drive now. He's in 8th position. Can push for even more points. Help out his teammate in 4th position now. But it'll be crucial for him to keep his position, not lose any positions to the drivers behind him. But Captain Cheesecake will now look to push ahead, put some pressure on the drivers ahead.
Lagging. The safety car is lagging. Oh
Hashtag
no.
big lag, hashtag thick lag.
Oh no, the safety car is bugged. The real SD is going to be disqualified, I feel like.
Oh, fantastic.
If the real SD stops now and lets the safety car back through again, he will be fine. But if it doesn't, I think he might be disqualified, honestly.
I was going to say Rockstar, what have you done? Because I have such a habit of cursing at everything in GTA because none of it works. But Codemasters, what have you done to this game? Seriously. It's so screwed. Hopefully F1 2020 is a little better. Hopefully F1 2020 is a little better than all this
Migrating
nonsense.
host.
Oh, migrating host, fantastic. It's all the usual telltale signs of an utterly bullshit session. So, stream, we do apologize, but this race might be come to a premature ending as 19 out of 22 laps completed here. Drivers just Freeman leaving the session. Maranello has left the session.
The real SD is still not disqualified, by the way. He just has to go behind the safety car. Otherwise,
maybe the safety car got disqualified. Who knows?
maybe the safety car is not allowed to overtake.
Anything is possible at this point. Safety car to overtakes the safety car. That's Codemasters levels of coding right there.
The real SD being safety car. And it was actually emerging in 4th position now.
Any minute now, the game is gonna ask real SD to come into the pits, and the safety car races in his position.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be a spin on the tail, huh? But yeah.
Exactly.
Right now, a lot of drivers left. Not really much going down on the. I don't know if I'm not seeing notifications because Discord is open on my PC. Let me see.
Anirudh has rejoined the race, it seems like.
Steam hung. I just got kicked. Me too. Steam hung. Can't open Steam anymore. Something happened. False are you still inside? So many people left. It's still safety car issue.
False are you left?
But lots of people putting up error messages, pictures. Race over. Pretty much everyone left. Okay, guys, race is done. Exit, please. Sorry for the inconvenience. Results will be announced soon. Oh, wow. Okay.
Safety car is completely come to a standstill. Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to take some screenshots of the grid order, or maybe we'll take it from earlier on in the stream just before.
Yeah. What the hell?
Why does this always happen to RRL? Hashtag India's most professional racing league. Not. but this is
Guys, the race is done.
We figured something like
yeah,
that,
yeah,
yeah.
we
I
knew
think
that
it's a
was going to
glitch,
happen.
so yeah, it's done.
All right,
Yeah, okay.
we think it's a glitch. Just thinking, not even confirmed at this point. But yeah, the race is over as the Mercedes just comes to a stop. All of them have come to a stop. Some of the AI drivers still driving around now. You could watch the AI drivers finish off the rest of this race, though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, sure. As the
yeah.
safety car is actually stopped in the middle of the road as well.
The safety car himself has given up on life, but
The real
these other
SD is
AI
actually
drivers
still
just...
in this race. He's still in. He's still driving.
Yeah, he's driving at full speed as well. He's not just no fucks given about the safety car. Just
Anirudh is in
full
as
on.
well. Anirudh is still in as
Anirudh
well.
into the pits. Anirudh into the pits. G Chroma has left the session, but Anirudh is into the pits. He might actually want to salvage. Imagine salvaging a
Anirudh
podium
left.
when there are only 3 drivers racing. Oh, Anirudh left. All right. Faizan in 5th position. Folsario in 4th. Dylan in 3rd. Dylan said he got disconnected, but his driver is still in.
Yeah,
Not
same.
exactly.
Fossary is also disconnected, but yeah, the AI is still driving.
Limfao.
Williams
Indeed.
getting podium!
Oh, yes!
As the real SD is still driving, he's coming up to the safety car again. The safety car just takes off! Okay, we're back on to the safety car. The real SD trying to finish this race without getting disqualified.
This game is breaking my mind. Oh my god. I was just gonna say it's ironic how they're called code masters, but they can't code worth shit. Look at this game, man. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Why doesn't this happen in career mode? I want everyone to get disconnected so I can get a podium. Oh, safety car is in this lap.
Nice.
Oh, 5 drivers fighting it out. Oh my god, it's a Williams podium. Oh, my dreams are coming true right now. I hear beeping coming from your side. What's up?
It's a washing machine. As the real SD slows down.
Safety car restart, right? Gotta make everyone do 10 miles an hour in 3rd gear.
Maybe he's just waiting up for other drivers. Faizan is the only other one that's still in. Faizan versus SD.
Then. Who's gonna win this race? Imagine if Faizan can't overtake all these AI drivers. That would be.
I mean, he should be able to. He can just drive through them.
SD gonna go here. He is green flag. We are back underway with 2 laps of racing remaining. Real SD is currently in the lead. It would be annoying if I'm talking and Vortex just ends the YouTube stream. He didn't though. I don't think he has. So
no,
stream's still going. The Real SD Electrip, Dylan starts with D, Falsayu and Faizan are still in this race. We'll just, for anyone joining the stream right now, there was a massive collision at turn 1. 5 drivers, cars got cut in half. 1 driver ended up in a tree. Big crash. 10 drivers taken out. We currently are racing with only 5 drivers out of the 30. 8 drivers taken out. They're not 10. But some drivers are rejoining here, probably to no avail, because where can they rejoin at this point? Real SD. Ooh, very deep into Brussels. Will the AI of Electrip take the lead? No, it won't. Dylan starts with
Electrip is back as well. Electrip is back.
Yeah, Electrip is back. What about Dylan and Falsayu might be back as well.
Falsayu seems to be back as well, yeah. Dylan not yet.
What about Dylan?
Dylan is the only one still as a ghost, I think. Oh, let's go on board real quick. Dylan, oh no, Falsayu is still a ghost as well. But Electrip is back.
Faizan is back, I think. Electrip is back. Faizan is also, Faizan never left, he was always there. But into the last one and a bit laps of this race, and what the hell has this race become, seriously? Oh my god. Not much to commentate on, unfortunately, because AI are very, very conservative when it comes to the overtakes. Of course, we have three drivers who aren't AI, but very deep into the bus stop there, getting it stopped though, and getting it turned. Very well done there from Electric onto the last lap of this race. Three drivers contesting for the podium, and we'll see who gets it. It'll be interesting to see if Faizan will claim that he actually finished in third place, even though everybody else quit. It's a valid argument.
I mean, please send a message to Dylan real quick that he rejoins the race.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Actually.
I mean, if he does, he actually legitimately got in. I mean, not really legitimately, but he finished himself in the podium position in RRL. Someone said in the chat, he said, pretty sure F1 2020 is gonna be more of the same Cody shenanigans. I think as well. I don't think you can fix this in one go. There's so many problems, so many bugs. I think that...
Wow, my network is so bad that it refuses to send a message to the chat. Wow, that was brilliant.
Okay.
Great.
As we are on the final lap, it's pretty obvious that Electric is gonna stay in second, and the Real SD is actually gonna take this race. I'm not so sure how they're gonna handle the final standings.
Yeah, this will be an interesting one. A lot of politics, a lot of things to consider as a real SD comes across the bus stop chicane to take a very, very well-deserved, in air quotes, race victory. Electric, the AI. Oh, Electric's also a real driver. Electric comes through. It's a podium. No!
First place!
False are you wins! False are you wins the race! It's a Williams victory!
There's no way!
My word!
There's no
What
way!
am I witnessing here?
There is no way!
Screenshots or it didn't happen. I am taking so many screenshots.
Yes!
Screenshots! This is easily the most exciting race I've ever witnessed. Oh
What the hell was this race? So many safety cars, so many glitches, so much lag. And then the final surprise, the podium. Oh my god. Amazing. Straight up amazing. I hope Pulsar, you actually
they have to keep this race they have to keep this race qualification. They have to.
I have to congratulate Pulsar, you. I just have to.
Pulsar, you, what a drive. What a valiant drive. Managing to not disconnect and not overtake the safety car. Fantastic drive. Okay, I'm back again.
Yeah, so
my Wi-Fi is being very epic.
I guess that's it. I don't know how I feel after this race, honestly. Feel a bit empty inside. I actually expected so much more from this race. I don't know what what the fuck happened.
Codemasters being Codemasters.
Uh,
False is just like, I left the server. How is that possible? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, God.
Yeah, there's gonna be some discussion about how this straight up ended. Okay, but with that said, we're gonna end the stream. There is one more race coming, right? Yeah, Singapore.
Yep,
Next
that should be
weekend.
next weekend. Yep.
Yeah. So we will invite you once again for the race.
Singapore should be interesting. If Spa was this interesting, I only excite me for what's going to happen next time around in Singapore. It's just going to be crashes at every corner. 5 drivers going into one corner in sector 3. Oh, yes, I'm excited, and all of you should be as well. But
A
for now,
Williams
it is
1-2.
a Williams 1-2. Everybody crashes except the Williams. Oh, I would love that. Everybody crashes on the last lap, and then the Williams drivers take each other out on the start-finish straight. Yes, that is Codemasters at their peak. But
Exactly.
yeah, thank you guys very much for joining us on the stream today. And if you're wondering just how erratic that was, go back and watch it again after the stream is finished, and you'll know just what was going through our minds, and probably what was going through the minds of the controllers and steering wheels belonging to the drivers of our league as they were getting smashed against the wall thanks to Codemasters' brilliant coding skills. Thank you guys very much for watching. This is 8 Cylinders of Fury signing off. Goodbye.
That's a goodbye from me as well. See you next weekend.